Okay, so the next step in your research process is going to be developing the ideal client avatar. And so basically, what we're trying to do is get a clear picture of who the ideal client is, what makes them tick, what are the things that are going on in their life, the problems that they have that we can solve with our client's product. Because when we can get into their heads and we can know what they're thinking, what problems they have, and we can identify those and show them how our client's product can uniquely solve them, then that's going to allow us to actually be able to create sales. So this document right here is the avatar document. And so there's basically 10 questions on here that we want to answer throughout the research process. So we're going to kind of walk through how to get the information to answer these questions, and then you're going to create this avatar document here for each client. And so what we want to do is this is actually one that I created for my agency, and so we want to actually name the client. We're going to give him a birth year. We're going to say where he lives and kind of what amount of money he's making. You know, we'll want to have things like family status, you know, if he's married or not. We're going to want to have kids, you know, if they've got kids or not. So we want to get a clear picture of who this ideal person is, because, you know, somebody that's, you know, this age and single making $250K is going to have different problems, different frustrations and everything that somebody that's married is going to have and has kids. You know, because the guy that's single is just thinking about, you know, what's he going to do with his free time. You know, where the guy that's married and has kids, he's thinking about, you know, how do I save for my kids' college and stuff like that. So there's bigger problems that they want to have. And so I'm going to show you how we can come up with this demographic data. So part of that, and actually let me, I'm going to do this. This is going to actually be the first piece that we want to do. Part of that's going to come from the initial meeting with the client. And then the rest of it we're going to really dig into by researching their competitors. So let me pause this for 1 second. So the first thing that you're going to do to get that demographic info is you're going to go out to this website called Quantcast, and you can basically type in any URL that is available, and it will usually be in here. A lot of times there's not. So we're going to pretend we're researching Moby, because we do have quite a few of our clients that aren't in here. So if they're not in here, you obviously can't you can't use this site to get demographic info. And then what we'll also find is some of them don't have their site quantified, which means that even though they're showing up in here for certain info, the demographic info doesn't show in here. So unfortunately, what we're not going to be able to do with this client, and actually all the existing clients that we have, I tested them, they're not showing up in here. We're not going to be able to get the demographic info from the client site. But in the process, you know, we're going to be, you know, you're going to be doing this for new clients. So the first thing we want to do is look up the new client's URL and see if we can get demographic info from Quantcast. If we can't, then what we want to do is search their competitors to get that information. So one of Moby's competitors is actually one of their competitors is Melaleuca. So I typed in Melaleuca, and again, we're not getting any demographic data because they're not quantified. So if you go through the competitors and we can't pull out any demographic data, then the next step is to go to Alexa, and I put in Melaleuca up here, and we're able to get some basic demographics. So we show that they're skewing more towards female visitors of this site. The majority have some college and no college, which is interesting. So that's going to give us a good picture. And, you know, we got a lot of people that are browsing actually from school for some reason. So this, we're not upgraded to get any more detailed information. So that's why we prefer to use Quantcast, because Quantcast will will give us age ranges and income ranges and stuff like that when we can get an actual site that is quantified. So let me just pause this and put in a site that is quantified. There we go. So I found out that eharmony.com has all the demographics in here. So you'll see it'll give you, male, female, age range. So these little bars indicate that that there's a skewing towards these age ranges. It'll if there's kids or not, the income level, college education, and then it even gives ethnicity in here. So if you're able to get that info from here for either the client or the competitors, this will really help you to shape the demographic data. What we're also going to do is ask the client this information, and then we want to just basically go out to Quantcast and Alexa and verify that they understand their client really well, because a lot of people don't. So we want to make sure that we know who the people are that are actually going to their website. Okay, so then once you do that, the next step is to review the client site for FAQs. So let's say we're working with Consulting Success, which is one of our clients. What we want to do is look at their site, see if they've got an FAQ section on their website. And I didn't see one in the header, so I'm going to scroll down, see if there's one in the footer here. Okay, so I'm not seeing that. So if they don't have an FAQ, then you'll go on to the next section, which is to review their fan page for comments that people are making. So let me go to Consulting Success. Okay, so what we want to do is look at the comments and kind of see problems that people are saying they want to solve. So that's really what we're looking for is the problems, and that's part of what we're looking for in the FAQ is what are the big questions that people are asking? What are the problems that they're trying to solve in their life? And so you want to really make note of that. If we go into the document here, you'll want to look for things that are keeping them awake at night. What's the big problems that are causing them not to be able to sleep? What are the things that they are afraid of? Who are they angry about? Who are they angry at? What are their top 3 daily frustrations? What are some trends that are occurring or will occur in their business and lives? What are they secretly or ardently desiring the most? Is there a built-in bias to the way that they make decisions? Do they have their own language? Like, are they using specific kind of like buzz terms and lingo that's unique to their marketplace? And so we're going to look through the FAQs and the client fan page to try to answer those questions and figure that stuff out. Then what you'll also do is go to the top 5 blogs in the client's marketplace and view the FAQs and the comments on blog posts, on the top blog posts, to also answer those questions. So you want to really dig into the market and figure out what are the issues that they're having. So like here this client's got a good blog, so you could review his own blog. Like here, look, this had 41 tweets. This one had 39 tweets, 21 likes. And let's take a look at this, and look, there was 10 comments. So you can review the article, review the comments that people are making, try to find out those problems, answer those questions. What are the issues in their life? So we want to keep digging, and you can do the same for the blog. So with this guy, he's in the consultant market, so we would say top 5 consulting blogs. So look, here it gives you the top 50 consulting blogs. So you can go to this one here, and then they've got a list right here. Okay, so then here's the first one. So let's control click on that. take a look at the blog. You can review the blog posts. You can review the FAQs if they've got it. And then just go through and do that for like the top 5. And just keep going through the FAQs, going through the comments. You're gonna see commonalities and common themes that start to pop out towards you. So make note of those, and then complete the questions on the avatar document. So that's what this is right here. So use all of that information that you're pulling up to really paint a good picture of who this person is. And so you can see an example of how I'm answering all of this stuff on this sample document, which you're going to have access to. Okay. Then the last 2 questions, who's selling something similar to them and how, and then who's tried to sell something similar and how has that effort failed. You'll pick up all of that through your research. So you'll come across competitors. You'll see that from the previous steps, and so you'll be able to answer those questions throughout that process.